Hey everybody, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Welcome to another Thursday Facebook Live. How's everybody doing today? Trying to get my laptop set up here. It's the week is going well. Not too hot outside. Yeah, it's going good. How about you? I've finally got my paper pumpkin kits. It only took them, well, it wasn't Stampin' Up's fault. I know it all has to do with mail delivery and all the issues that are going on there. But between that and then, of course, we had problems with the cluster box here in our area. The lock on our little mailbox was busted and it had to, oops, let's try and fix this phone. It's kind of tilting down. Don't look, don't get car sick. Anyway, the lock was busted and it took them a while to put in the claim and send somebody out and they'll hold my mail, then they wouldn't hold my mail. So it was just kind of one of those things, it just goes with everything else that's going on in our lives, I guess. So I don't know if you saw my blog post yesterday, but it was an alternate for this month's Paper Pumpkin. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up this live video on my laptop and I'm not seeing it. So it's going live, so that's a good thing. Anyway, one of my downline was here the other day and she was showing me a set of scrapbook pages that she had cased from Rachel Tessman. For those that don't know Rachel Tessman, she's another fellow demonstrator and she's all about Paper Pumpkin and she does some really great alternate projects. And so my downline cased hers and then I cased my downline and that's what I came up with. Okay, so the picture's pretty old as you can tell, but this was when I first started scrapbooking, was right after this trip in 2004. And when we had our scrap club and we were playing with the Timeless Tropical a couple months ago, I pulled that scrapbook out and oh my gosh, when you go back to look at your first layouts, you just cringe at what they look like. So I have sworn that I'm going to redo these pages and this was perfect for it, I thought. Anyway, it's using the 2 envelopes from the kit and then added in the gold elements from the Forever Gold specialty paper, and then added in some of the stamps and those beautiful sequins. I like the way the sequins, when they're on the white, they have that yellow orange look to them, but when you put them on the green, they pick up green too. So that was yesterday's blog post. You can go to scrapsbysissy.com and see that blog post. Let me set this aside. And so this is what the box looks like when you get it, although these are the stickers that come in it so that you can forward the box, because this kit is called A Box of Sunshine, and they designed it so that you could create the cards and then fill the box with something, treats and goodies that are in yellow, and then mail it off to someone else to brighten up their day. So I'll show you some of the elements from the kit. Came with this real pretty tissue paper, and I believe this is Mango Melody. And then the stamp set. It's pretty cute. The font kind of gives it a Rae Dunn look to it. And then, of course, you always have the directions on all the projects that are in the kit. Full directions here. And then I made up some of the cards. Oh, here's those cute little sequins. Aren't they pretty? I just love those sequins. And then it came with a black ink spot. This one's called Basic Black. I know we don't have Basic Black anymore, but this one is really juicy, so I've been using it for everything that I need in black. And then it has the little sentiment labels and some stickers, and of course you've got your mini glue dots and a set of dimensionals. Always need dimensionals. And here are the die cuts. I just love die cuts, and these are just really pretty. We're going to use a few of these today. So I'll show you the cards made up the way the kit wants them made up. And here's the one with the sun. Isn't that pretty? And I think almost all, well, a couple of the cards have the gold foiling. I haven't stamped any of the insides yet. And here's this one. This kind of reminds me of the treat bags we used to have. And then, of course, the lemons. See how the sequins kind of bring out the green? And Sending Sunshine. There's that stamp. And then some more of those pretty sequins. And I'll show you a couple of extra alternates that we're not doing today, but that I created. I cut down the card base, and then this twine here, it's black with the gold metallic thread in it, is from a previous paper pumpkin kit, and I want to say it was from last year sometime. But I tend to save / hoard all my supplies, and you probably hear that Larry left his air compressor on. Anyway, I saved that twine and used it. Thought it looked really good with this card. And then of course the sequins, and there's the stamp there. This one I did some heat embossing. This is from the Beauty Abounds stamp set. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah. And then these two little pieces are from one of the card bases that I had trimmed, and I punched the little butterfly out and then added the sentiment. So I'll show you the cards we're going to do today. Here's the first one, and it's using that sun. I thought it looked like a sunflower, and I decided to make a flower out of it. Here's the second one we're going to work on today. And then the third one, kind of taking a casing off of my scrapbook layout. So let's get started, and we'll do the sunflower one first. I didn't write down any of the measurements because I forgot. And then they're all listed in my blog post, and you can go to scrapsbysissy.com to see today's blog post. As soon as I finish with this video, I'll upload the link, and then you'll get all the measurements to the cards. And then if you'd like to purchase any of the product used today, or purchase a 3-month prepaid subscription to Paper Pumpkin, you can use this host code. When you purchase the 3-month prepaid subscription, you actually will qualify for a $5 off coupon during bonus days. It's running now through July, was it 31st? Yes, July 31st. And then you can use those $5 coupons. You can use them one per order. You can group them all up and use them on an entire order. But it's always good to have coupons when you're shopping, right? So we'll go ahead and get started with this card. And we're going to use the Daisy Punch and some Poppy Parade cardstock and some shaded spruce. We're going to do some free cut, well, I guess that's not really a term. We're going to fussy cut a stem out of that shaded spruce, and then do a little bit of stamping. So we're using this card base. We'll set him aside, and we'll first do our little stem. And as you can see, this is the one I used before, and I really didn't think much about it. I just cut, because that's not really the focal point of the card. See how quick and easy that is? You're just going to cut a piece, and then we're going to punch out 2 of the daisies. I know those aren't sunflower petals, but it works behind the sunshine. Okay, we'll put our punch away, and then we're just going to use a little bit of our Stampin' Seal just to attach our 2 little daisies together. If I can pick this up. And I just put lotion on my hand, so everything's slick. So here, we'll put our 2 little daisies together. And then we're going to pop out our little sunshine here. And first we're going to stamp the word smile on it. Use from the stamp set. Did I leave that out? I did leave that out. Let's get a block. Now, when you first subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you will get a block that you can use on all of your future projects. I'm just using some older blocks. This is actually from a kit from a couple of years ago. It's actually my favorite block. Oops, we don't want sunshine, we want smile. Almost repeated last week's little dilemma where I used the wrong stamp, right? Okay, so we're going to ink this guy up. And see how juicy he is. And then I'm going to get out my Stampin' Pierce mat, which these are going to be available again pretty soon. They retired them and then decided that that wasn't really a good idea, and they are bringing them back. I'll let you know when those come back into stock in case you need one. Okay, now we're just going to layer this on the daisies. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Now this is just going to bring out some of the red or the poppy parade color in the card and in the sunshine. We're going to layer it so that the sun is in between the petals, or as much as possible. And we're going to add a little bit of, where's the smile? Which way does that go? This way. We'll add a little bit of adhesive there, and we'll stick him on. Now we're going to use some of the dimensionals that come in the kit, because we're going to pop him up. I can pick these up a little bit. We're actually going to trim one in half for part of this stem. Get my take a pick tool, make it a little bit easier to pick him up, and just set him right there. We're going to lay him on the card. Well, that didn't get very straight, did it? Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, the joy of live. There we go. We'll set, oh, I guess it helps if you take the backings off your dimensionals. Hello. Alright, so we're going to set him there. Now we're going to pop out one of the leaves. These are actually the lemon leaves, but we're going to use them for our little flower. We're going to add another dimensional. Make sure it's not poking out. And set it down just like that. There. Now we'll stamp a sentiment on one of the little flag labels. You come with a whole bunch of them, so let's set that aside because we're going to need that again in a minute. We're going to take the "You Are Loved." We're going to add that to another block, just like so. We're going to ink that up. If you've joined us, make sure you tell me you're here. I can't see anything. It's not letting me know if people are actually on. I hope there's somebody watching. Okay, so ink that up, and we'll stamp it. See what I mean about it kind of looks like that Ray Dunn font? Everybody loves that font. And then we're going to add it to one of these little stickers. First I want to get some adhesive on it. You could use just the mini glue dots that come in the kit, but I've got mine handy, so let's go with that. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to center it in the black sticker so that it pops out from either side. And then we'll add some dimensionals to this, since the flower has got dimensionals. There's that little half. We'll go ahead and use him too. Get those off. I feel like I'm all thumbs today. Okay, so we'll stick him right over that. And then we'll add some of those really pretty sequins. I'm just going to put one out here. Let's add some on the sentiment. And yeah, that's 3. I think that's enough, don't you? So there's your first card. Isn't that pretty quick and easy? I think the hardest part was cutting that stem. So let's move on to our second card. Let's do this one. Isn't this pretty? I've trimmed down one of the card bases, and I've trimmed it at 3 3/4 by 5. In fact, it's both pieces of the card base. I cut it in half right there at the score line, and I trimmed both of them to 3 3/4 by 5. We're going to add some of those stickers. Get those stickers back out. And I used the twine from the Playful Pets combo pack. It's black and white, and I thought that went well with the black and white polka dot theme. I'm just going to stick those right together, and we're going to hide that seam with the twine and our sentiment. I'm just going to trim that. I guess I could do a little bit better here. Hang on. So it doesn't stick out the bottom. There. Okay, so we'll put him back. Don't need that. And then here's this twine. We're going to add a little bit of adhesive just on the back side so that we're not going to wrap the twine around. This helps you save on your ribbon or twine. We're just going to lay this right into the adhesive, bring it down. And that's one nice thing about the Stampin' Seal is it's really sticky. Let's move some over a little bit, make sure we have it right where we need it so that the twine is straight. Just like so. Then we'll trim that. And we'll add him to the card base. Oops, clang. Move him out of the way. I think the lid of the Take-A-Pick tool just hit the floor. I'll get that later. Okay, we'll add him to the card front. And your card base is a half a sheet of basic black cardstock. It's cut at 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. I'm just going to lay that right there. We'll go ahead and stamp the inside because we're going to use the You Are Loved again. Oh, there's some more of those beautiful sequins. We'll save those. So we'll ink this guy up again and stamp our inside piece and attach that. And I'm just going to stamp it right. You could stamp it in the middle, you could stamp it on the bottom. It's whatever you want to do with it. Just add some more adhesive. Attach this to the inside. I'm not ignoring anybody. If you're there, my phone's just not letting me know that people have signed on. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Technical issues again. Me and technology are not friends. Maybe I should take a course, huh? What do you think? Okay, so now we want a little something to brighten your day sentiment. And we're going to use this bigger block here. This is the size block you get when you subscribe for the first time. It's a little bit thinner. It doesn't have the ergonomic grip to it, but it's this size in diameter. So we'll go ahead and ink him up. And you see how juicy that is? Makes for good stamping. I've got that on upside down, don't I? So we'll have to make sure we get it at the bottom. Okay, so you're just going to stamp your sentiment on the label. Just like that. We'll set him aside. And we'll add some more of the dimensionals from the kit. You can never have enough dimensionals, whether they're the large ones or the small ones. If I could buy them by the case, I would. Those and rhinestones. Because again, you can never have enough bling. So that's where the seam is on the sticker. So you're just going to cover that right up with the sentiment label. And then we're going to tie a bow. And you're just going to get a little piece there, pinch the little loop, wrap it around, grab it in the hole there, and pull. just like that. Pinch the knot, and that way you can adjust the loops the way you need to. And then trim your little leg. And we'll add one of the mini glue dots from the kit. We'll add it right on the seam there, so we'll really hide that seam. Pull that off. Then we'll add our bow. Add some of the sequins and we're done. See how quick that is? Put one there. And we'll put one here. I think 2's enough for this card. There, see how quick that went together? Yep, I got the inside all stamped. I have to make sure, sometimes I forget. So there's 2 down, 1 to go. Now this one is a little bit, I'm not going to say difficult, but we're going to be using one of those, they're card fronts from the Gold, Forever Gold specialty paper, and they can be a little tricky to work with. I'm going to use some of our liquid glue, the multi-purpose. We're going to glue that together first so it has time to dry. And I will tell you, a little bit of this goes a long way. So you only want just minimal little dots. And I chose to put it, make sure it's coming out here, on these bigger pieces. And you see I'm just barely tapping any on. But it's going to be enough that it's going to adhere to the piece of Whisper White. Now my Whisper White piece is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And I think that's the size of this card front, and that's what they call them. I can see putting these on pictures when you're scrapbooking, kind of have a central focal point once you've added this to your picture. But you can see how I'm just adding a little bit. Just little teeny dots. Okay. And we'll put him on this piece of Whisper White. See how delicate it is? Just like that. Whoops. That's the nice part about liquid glue. You can have a little bit of wiggle room before it dries, so that you can get it right where you need it. Okay. Isn't that pretty just all by itself? All right. We'll let that dry for a second. We're going to take another one of those, where did I put them? Oh, right here. One of those sentiment flags, and I only want a little piece of it, as we're going to stamp the word hello. And we're going to use a smaller block for this one. This is the size A block. Put the lid on our glue. Get it out of the way. And we're just going to stamp it right at the edge here. Oops. Try that again. Good thing I got, you know what? We can use the other side. See what happens on live? So we'll just flip it around and stamp him right there. It's hard to see with the phone in the way. So, actually I had that sticking all the way over, didn't I? Oops. We're going to put that one aside and grab another one. Alright. This is what happens when you hand the monkey the gun. Let's try again. Okay. Like I said, we have a lot of labels to play with. Good thing. So because this is going to be sitting behind that pineapple, you can see there's barely enough room for the flag to fit behind the pineapple. We're going to make sure we get this all the way over. And I forgot to put the phone in the other room so you can hear our house phone ringing. That's not a very good stamp, is it? Good thing this is handmade. Okay. So we're going to add some adhesive. Just like so. And I want to set this down. I should have gotten my card base on my card first. Alright. So we'll set him back on our little sheet here, since that is going to hold it. We're going to put this on now that everything's dry. I'm getting close to the end of my tape runner here. Set this on the card front like so. I want it this way. Now, we can add our sticker. We're going to put him right about there. And we'll take one of our pineapples. I think they're so cute. Who doesn't love pineapple, right? And you know when you go to Hawaii, you eat as much as you can, as there's just nothing better than one right out of the field. Okay, we'll set him here so that it's poking out. We'll add some of our little sequins, and I'm going to put him in the pineapple. Make him shine even more. And then we need the inside layer. This is a piece of Whisper White, and it's cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And again, we put the "You Are Loved." And to bring the outside of the card to the inside, I added another one of those stickers. And it looks like I'm out. Is this gonna fit? Nope, so we're just going to forget the sticker, because these two that are on this side are a big panel. So we'll just leave that. This one, I know what we'll do. We're going to stamp a little sunshine in the corner. Stamping on the fly, right? We're not going to need that one. We'll ink up our little sunshine. And I only want a little piece of it, so we'll just use this for a base. There we go. Just poking out a little bit. There. You don't want to forget the host code if you're going to order. Alright, so now we'll stamp our sentiment on the inside layer. There we go. And we'll add him with some more adhesive. Oops, wrong card. And we'll add him in here. And we're done. 3 cards, 3 alternates from our paper pumpkin kit. Let's clean up our mess a little bit here. There's one set. Move out all our mess. Our second set. And our third set. What do you think? Aren't those pretty? I know they're going to make somebody smile when they get them in the mail. And I am a little bit behind on my mailings right now, so you know what cards I'm going to be using. I thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me today. If there's anything you'd like to purchase, you can go to scrapsbysissy.com. It'll show you everything on the cards that we use today. And then there's a link there to my online store that you can purchase a 3-month prepaid subscription to Paper Pumpkin and then earn yourself $5 off. Be sure to use this host code when you order. If your order is $40 or more, which if you purchase the 3-month prepaid subscription, it will be, I will send you an embellishment out of the new catalog. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a fabulous Thursday. Bye.